This is the man from Modesto. I'm discussing today, what did Nehemiah build? Now, Nehemiah certainly was the man chosen by God to direct the reconstruction of the stone wall surrounding Jerusalem, which protected the citizens from the arrows from any enemy which might arrive on the outside. However, if you look at chapter 13, and also there are a few places in the first 12 chapters where you see that Nehemiah is really restoring something else. So there is a dual work taking place. There is a work in the physical, and he is mirroring this, he is paralleling it with a work in the spiritual. Now, primarily the physical work is done first when you look at the story, and then the spiritual element is brought in second. Now, here's what Nehemiah did. I'm going to try to include this over here. I'm going to paste in as much as I can in the comments section. Anything that I can't fit in, sorry. you can send me a letter and I'll send you all my notes if you like. Personal mail. Okay, number one, he made an assessment. He evaluated the state of affairs. Number two, he goes to the priests and officials and he presents his idea and his plan for correction. So he's not just complaining, he's coming with an idea for resolution. Number three, the entire work is divided up and the priests begin working near their homes, their own land. So they're rebuilding the wall near their own family, near their own house, near their own neighborhood, in their own church, right? So they're taking what's theirs and they're rebuilding righteousness there. This could be your workplace as well. 4. The priests from the surrounding region come in to help. What does this mean? This is about helping each other. So other people come in to help rebuild the wall. Now they're also going to benefit from that, but they also come in to help. Because where are they going to flee when war comes from the surrounding regions? They're going to come into the walled city of Jerusalem. Okay, number 5. Enemies begin to mock the workers and to mock Nehemiah. 6. Enemies come together to plot against the workers. So those people who are doing the work, people begin to plot to come against them. Number 7. The workers begin to pray and to guard themselves day and night. Okay, so listen. This video really is about encouraging each person to go out and rebuild righteousness in their own life, and also in their family, and also in their church, and also in their neighborhood, and also in their workplace, in your profession, in your nation. Whatever degree of success you have, when you are truly successful, God will promote you, whoever you might be. I don't know who you might be. You might be someone in Kansas or Nebraska or Sweden and Uppsala. I don't know. But you can go and take up this task to rebuild righteousness in all your daily and weekly environs. And having had great success, God will then entrust you with a higher level. So you could also be rebuilding for a nation, as Nehemiah did. Okay, next what happens is the workers begin to tire and complain of fatigue. 9. Warnings come of an attack from the enemy. Today we get prophecies warning about the plans of the enemy to come against us. But remember, God warns us. He always warns us through the prophets. Next, Nehemiah encourages the workers. So he comes out and encourages them. We are commanded to encourage each other. And I'm encouraging you to go out and do this work. You are able, with the help of the Lord, to do all things. Okay, half of these people are working. Today that means evangelizing, getting the word out. Go door to door in pairs. Get a friend and go door to door. And half are guarding. This means fasting and praying, prostrating ourselves before the Lord. Set up a team of 20 people. 10 people go out in 5 teams of 2, door to door. The other 10 are fasting and praying for their success. Fasting and praying that they will break people free from unrighteousness. Okay, next, Nehemiah comes against usury. Now, Nehemiah is breaking into the rebuilding of righteousness. He says, hey, you guys can't charge interest. You guys can't cause your brothers and sisters, your fellow Hebrews, to sell their children into slavery in order to pay for their food while they're doing all of this work. Okay, 12. Nehemiah doesn't take an allowance for himself. Nehemiah works to support himself. Something Paul also did. 13. The enemy's plot to murder Nehemiah fails, and so they begin to generate false rumors and lies. So they try to attack his person, they fail, so they come against, they attempt a character assassination. Number 14, the work is completed, but must be preserved. So Nehemiah set sentries over the city and leaders to guard their homes. So once we rebuild some righteousness in our church, we can't just say, I'm done, and retire. No, we set leaders over those things to make sure that this righteousness is maintained. We make ourselves accountable to somebody, and somebody accountable for making sure that everybody else maintains this newfound righteousness. Okay, the law of God is carefully read and explained to everyone, and then they celebrate. The people, 16, people confess their sins, fast, and humble themselves. 17, the people pray and thank God, proclaiming all the good things He has done. They remember the history of the Hebrews' walk with God. So these are things that we can also do. We can also pray and fast and thank God once we've reestablished righteousness in our family. Now, it took them 52 days. Are you willing to go 52 days? I think many Christians want to pray one time or 3 times, and then they kind of forget. Now, this is something that Daniel Rhodes proclaimed for the Lord, saying that God's people don't know how to pray because they pray till they almost get it, and then they quit. Don't quit, people. You have to set forth with an idea that you're going to overcome, that you're going to conquer, that you will not tire, that you will not quit, that you will not weary. Okay? I'm going to make another video for the righteousness that he actually does, and I'm going to call that one Part 2. So this is the man from Modesto. Remember, pray or be defeated.